I like that Honduran cigar, the spirits rise. Smoke kernel like this, as is whispering in the skies. Dr. said be in my left ear, saying heal from inside. This ain't no new plan, we the ones that try to deny. Before Columbus ever dreamt of shit to steer, we was building mountains, doing rituals with no fear. From UNCUT down to Galveston, New Orleans near. That's the triangle of soul, but the map been clear. Second lines ain't parades, that's ancestral rights. Tambourines and feathers under full moonlight. We ain't immigrants now, we the original mind. Built pyramids and bone flutes before Rome took flight. Top cat said it loud, stop begging for permission. Our culture ain't missing, it's just deep in tradition. We ain't African cause they told us we remember the mission. The land speaks Creole, so full of intuition. We been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chants and the kiss of the sun. Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky.
And the ancestors riddle, we ain't never die. We been here.
Oh yeah, we been here.
Way before they wrote their lives, we still here.
It's our home, not a place we
Clear, so clear.
James singing truth through the pain and the tears. Granny sat me down, roll something slow. Said when you puff, give thanks, let the cosmos know. I inhale the jungle, exhale the flow. Spitting stories that the textbook still scared to show. So
Guarded like a torch with ancient rites.
aromas like
Romans to all Orishas at night.
New Orleans ain't a torch tale.
It's black divine.
With the jazz horns,
Spend time in spiritual line.
forget
In Columbus, we was dancing the stars. Predatory chords, driven closer than bars. Drums talking cold, spirits moving cars. Past the knowledge just behind the stars. Gone goes traveling, transmitting portions. We built this land, no need for it. Mardi Gras bees ain't just for the quarters. Lone and homie, we was.
we been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chant.
It's in the kiss of the sun.
Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky.
And the ancestors riddle, we'll never die. We been here.
Oh yeah, we been here.
Way before they, we still.
It's our home, not
Hey, we suck. The hands through the
Been here through the blood and the drum, through the elders, the chant.
then the kiss of the sun.
Smoke rise from the leaf, yeah, we talk to the sky.
And the ancestors riddle, we'll never die.
We been here, oh yeah, we been here. Way before they wrote their lives, we still here. It's our home, not a place we disappear. James singing truth through the pain and the tears. We been here,
Oh yeah, we been here.
way before they wrote their lives.
We still here.
It's our home, not a place we disappear.
The things in the truth of the pain and the. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Start off with the anthem, man, cause that lifts the mood, you know, and set the tone, you know, on the level. It set the tone on the level, you know. I don't care. Pardon me. I don't care where you come in or how you come in, you know. Feeling. If it ain't high vibration, when you hear that, it's gonna get you there. You hear me? Cause the space that it speak to and the frequency that it's speaking from. You know, it don't matter if you know what it's talking about or why it's talking the way that it's talking. When you hear it, it moves something in you. You hear me? Yeah, cause it's deeper than the surface. It's deeper than the surface. You know, and that's the one who never left. You know, and when I say what I'm about to say, I don't feel like I'm just speaking for myself. You know, but I remember for myself. I had to remember for myself first before I start helping people and they wake up. I had to wake up first. You know, it's what I was chosen to do. So as the one who never left, I am the version of myself that never fell asleep. You know, always been an accelerated mind in my bloodline, and that was on purpose. That's why I started it out the way I did in the beginning, because that was on purpose, you know. But it was on purpose, you know, for me to stay connected to the ancient blueprint in order for me to step fully into the upgraded version of myself as I know me today, and as I present myself to you. You know, what about you? Because as I said in the beginning, and what I say, I ain't just speaking for myself. You know, and I ain't just speaking for those who came before me. I ain't just speaking for those who responsible for me being here. But honor to the ancestors, salute to the ancestors. You know, I appreciate and we appreciate y'all for giving us this opportunity to be here to do this work. And the reason that I'm saying all this and what I'm saying in this is because if you resonate with what I'm saying in this, I am the upgrade. What about you? Are you? Can you see yourself in what's being said? Forget the fact that I'm saying it, you know, because some people love the message but have a problem with the messenger. So forget the fact that I'm saying it, you know. Put your America best, your America top idol, you know. Imagine your American top idol saying what I'm saying to you. Then can you see what I'm saying? Cause we're in a damn time where, you know, some people we just gotta go there for because it ain't no mask no more. It ain't no mask no more. So we can't allow if we not wearing no mask, we can't allow those who wearing the mask to no longer wear the mask in our presence, because that say more about us than it say about them. You see, because everybody because if you know people wearing a mask, then other people outside of you know the people that you know wearing the mask too. If you're not the one wearing the mask, stay with me. Because we ain't talk about nobody that we can't see ourselves in. So in all that we talk about, it's in order for us to see ourselves in it. Stay with me, walk with me. You hear me? And I ain't gonna hold your hand. You heard? It's a called teaching. You know, we got children and grandchildren, you know, who hands need to be held and who need to be guided and directed, you know, with right knowledge in the right direction, and with emotional maturity, so they can have mental intelligence to maneuver in their later on. So, you know, ain't no grown folks got no business holding no grown folks' hand, you know. You know. But I just came through to say some few things to challenge us, you know. And remind somebody that your anointing not gonna be for everybody, you know. Your anointing, no matter how good you may want to do, when it comes to trying to be of help or assistance, you know, or inspiration or motivation to others, your anointing gonna work for you as well as it work against you. So you're gonna have to be able to, and all the tools that we don't learn, or all the tools that we should have through the experiences that we have already had. You see, we should be able to learn how to stay in the center now a little bit. We should know how to be able to fall back a little bit from the experiences that be going on and the things that appear, you know, in the tests that occur, you know, in the initiations that happen, you know, as checkpoints for us to see where we at according to what's occurring. You know, the things that come to test our faith to see if we have it. Stay with me, you know, because I'm gonna talk to a few things. See, because I'm saying this to you so you can understand it about me. See, this anointing I got, it made me a target, you know. But the only reason it made me a target because it's a weapon, you know. It made me a weapon first. It made me a weapon before it made me a target. Because everybody ain't gonna like, you know, how the anointing moves through you, you know, especially if how it's moving through you, it ain't moving through them. I don't know why they let me to talk to this, but this what's coming out right now. You feel me? So I'm a freestyler. I'm gonna freestyle it until I'm led to do otherwise. But I said that to say, if you changing, change is occurring, and if you growing, growth is occurring. But everything ain't going with you. Everything ain't growing with you, so it can't go. Why is this important? Because it's not personal. And why is that important? Because it's vibrational. And what makes that important? What makes that important is the fact that if we're aware of our frequency, if we're aware of frequency first, to be aware of our own frequency, if we're aware of frequency, and then if we're aware of our frequency, then we should be aware of what our frequency doing, especially when it's interfacing with other frequencies. Because all frequencies that we interface with, or all people, to say it in another way, that we interact with, not always operating on the frequency that we operating on, not always operating lower than we operating on, and not always operating higher than we operating on. Each individual who come across this message gonna have to discern for yourself, but don't play. But let it be a warning not to place yourself on a pedestal that you don't abide in, spiritually, mentally, or conversationally. You see, because it will expose you of yourself. But as I was saying, if it don't match frequency, it will fall away. So any of us who have been on a shadow work journey and we in touch, we tapped in, we tuned in, we turned on in the connection that we have with ourselves. You see, and aware of the patterns, the different patterns, the different movements, the different vibrations, broad and subtle, that be going on in us. We're aware that there's a lot of things going on because we see what it's doing around us. So the more I'm saying that to say this, the more you grow, the more you outgrow. So that's why I said what I said earlier about everything can't go, everything ain't going, because everything ain't growing. Because the more you grow, the more you outgrow. See? Why is this so important in what I'm saying right now? Because it's that time of the year. See, it's that time of the year where a lot of things go to popping up. a lot of memories go to popping up, good, bad, and indifferent. But in a lot of cases, you decide. You process it as it pop up for you. But I know this that time of the year. We just can't. We went from trick or treat to what they call Thanksgiving. When every day is worth giving thanks. Every day is worth celebrating. But happy harvest to everybody. But now we into what we know as Christmas, and everybody ain't in the same places. Not only in oneself, but everybody not in the same places, and those that they care about, and those that they connected to, and those that they came from, and those that they came up with, and so forth and so on, because change is happening. Life is changing, and life is causing changes. You see, so the more that we grow, the more that we outgrow, and everybody that ain't growing with us, in a lot of cases, ain't going with us. The more we change, the more things change. The more you change, the more you change. And what that means is, the more we change, the more we cause change, whether we want to or not. See, it's whether we want to or not. So every moment is a divine opportunity. I say that to say that. Every moment is a divine opportunity. You know, I'm just one of the messages, that's inviting you to look inward. That's inviting you to look inside yourself. Because that's what we do over here. If you're watching this video, this is what we do over here. I just invite you to look inside yourself, and all that come at me. So if you're doing anything outside of that, you miss the whole script. And the first thing you got to do when you come over here is listen. Because if you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But I'm here to invite us to go in, and it's always about the inside. It's always about internal. It's always about the inward, Because ain't nothing out here until we entertain it. So as I say, that's what we do over here. Because we understand every pain, every disappointment, every joy, every laughter, every good time, every negative time, however you want to look at it. We know it's been for a moment of growth. It's been for the purpose, so we can have a moment of growth. We know that over here, and if you don't know that, you know it now, You know it now. And I say that because I know it be seeming like we be having so much and all to do. It be seeming like we be having so much to do that we don't be having enough time to do it. Like it's time running out or something. But time ain't running out. It's never too late. In a sense, it may be, but overall, it's never too late. It's never too late, I don't know who we need to hear it, but you're not too far gone. If you've been feeling like that, this message for you. You're not too far gone. I don't know who may have told you that, but I get it. I understand. I can resonate with it. You hear me? Yeah. We never beyond reach of spiritual repairment. we never beyond we never beyond reach of soul reparation. We never beyond reach of soul resurrection. Because every moment been a piece of the puzzle. Every moment we have had has held a piece of the puzzle. A very important piece of the puzzle, because every experience was necessary, and some of us may judge our experiences depending on the type of experience. What I just said made you reflect on and say, how was it necessary? How was my bad experiences necessary? It was necessary for the person who you are today. Who would you be? Who would you be if not for every experience that you have had? So every experience was a piece of the puzzle, regardless of how we label it, regardless of how we title it, good, bad, and indifferent. Every piece has been of importance for who you are today. And why do I emphasize that? Because who you are today is not the final version of who you're going to be. Walk with me. Who am I talking to? Because I feel it. It's in the air. You hear me? Who you are today is not the final version of who you're going to be. Who you are today is not the final version of you. I don't care what nobody said. I've been told a lot of things too that's contrary to what I made it through right now today. You hear me? Who you are today. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? Who you are today is not the final version of you. But I ask you, which way are you going? Which way are you growing? What are you growing into? Who are you growing into? Because I can't give you them answers. But you hold them within yourself, the highest part of yourself. Because the divine don't operate on human timelines. And that's what lean not on your own understanding means. The divine don't operate on human timelines. So ain't no time being wasted. But you got to make up your mind. You got to make up your mind right now. Because ain't no time being wasted when you in the presence. But if you're not in the presence, where's your mind? I had to come through to say something, you know. It's through love, it's through wisdom, you know. It's through this passion, you know, that I'm guided to stand firm in isolation, to stand firm through opposition, is as well as to stand firm, unified in the field, you know. To be the center, to be in the center, not just be the center, but be in the center, and then observe myself in the center at the same time, to be able to obtain the balance that's required to restore heaven in myself. And it requires mental discipline. It requires emotional maturity. It requires self-brutal honesty. It requires the will and desire, you know, and it requires the will, desire, and intention to always be growing, to always be improving, you know. That's what I do, you know. Even though I'm sitting here, you know, even though I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm still moving. Walk with me. If you don't listen, you're going to miss it, you know. How about you? You heard? So, yeah. Just some good tea. Shout out to Miss V. Miss V. It's a tea I bought from a sister in Texas. She on Instagram, that's all I know, but it's some good tea. Got some burdock, mullein, dandelion, red clover, licorice, and donquois. You know, I want to promote the sister, but she go by Miss V. She on Instagram. For those of y'all on Instagram, but I met her in Texas at the Fade event. But I want to shout her out. You know, you know what? Where you can feel it instantly. You know, you can feel it moving through you. You know, you got yourself some hold of something. So yeah, I want to give her a shout out because I'm just trying it, but it's doing its thing. You know, yeah, raising the vibration. But until we do it again, man. Thanks for the likes, shares, comments, questions, subscriptions. If you ain't hit the like button, by now hit the like button, share the video. You know, if it touch you, you know, throw the rock again and make it ripple, make it ripple through the waters, you know, of the universe that you connected to. Send it to somebody, share it with somebody, help them grow too. You hear me? Stop being stingy. Stop being stingy with what you receiving, cause it ain't coming from you, it's coming from me. So stop being stingy with what y'all receiving, man. Share it, man. You know, share it. You hear me? Share it. Share it, share it, share it, spread it, spread it, spread it, you know? Love. In love, man, because that's how it's coming. In love, even when it's misunderstood, you know? I'm gonna emphasize it again. Even when it's coming firm and stern and sometimes aggressive, it's coming in love. If you don't know nothing else, you know it now. It's coming in love, man. You hear me? But if you in the vibration, I don't even have to tell you that, you know. But sometimes it's good to make certain things known when it's made when it need to be made known. I am the sacred arrow, and I'm out till we do it again. I'm known as Sawu. Be you how you be you. Peace, family. I love y'all. You heard?